Hello guys, it's me again, and welcome here to our top 10 top 10 most powerful NBA dynasties ever. Number 10, 1980s Boston Celtics. With future Hall of Famers Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, and Bill Walton on the team, there was no way how the league could figure out to stop the Boston Celtics. They dominated part of the 80s. They dominated part of the 80s. And that's the reason why the Boston Celtics have so much dominance over the years. Number 9, the Detroit Pistons of the from 1988 to 1990. From 1988 to 1990, the Detroit Pistons won 2 NBA championships. And the reason we kept them lower, is because of their physical style of play. But they were one of the greatest defensive teams in league history. And then had a great offense on their side. They had a great offense on their side. They had a great point guard in Isaiah Thomas. And that's why they share the number 9 spot. Number 8. The Golden State Warriors of the 2010s. Man, there's nothing much. Nah, not the Golden State Warriors of the 2010s. I'm just kidding. Number 8. The Boston Celtics of the 1960s. Yes, the Boston Celtics of the 1960s. They won every championship except for 1967. Dominated much of the 1960s. And pretty much made the competition look easy in their path, in the way to the NBA Finals. Boston advanced to the NBA Finals 9 out of the 10 years of the 1960s. At number 7, the Los Angeles Lakers of from 1949 to 1954. The Los Angeles Lakers won 4 out of 5 NBA championships. 4 out of the 5 league NBA championships. I mean the Los Angeles Lakers from the 1950s. And they won 3 NBA championships in the 1950s. Dominated all the 1950s. And pretty much were the best team in the 1950s. They dominated. They dominated their way to the NBA Finals. To the NBA Finals 4 times. And won all 4 of them. All 4. Number 6. The Chicago Bulls from 1990 to 1993. Michael Jordan dominated. He dominated the league. Yeah, Michael Jordan dominated the league from 1999 to 93. It's 1993. Michael Jordan dominated the 90s. The 90s. He averaged 30 points a game in 7 of the 10 years of the 1990s. And the Bulls won 3 consecutive NBA championships from the 1990s. Completed the third three-peat ever. And at number 5, the Los Angeles Lakers from 1985 to 1988. Number 5, the Los Angeles Lakers of the 1980s. They dominated the 1980s decade, and Magic Johnson was the magician of the 1980s. He got the nickname Magic. That's why he got the nickname Magic. And did you know that the Lakers had 4 consecutive 60-win seasons from 1985 to 1988, which is a record? And they won 5 championships in the 1980s. At number 4. The Golden State Warriors from 2000. No. Number 4. The Los Angeles Lakers of the 2000s. The Los Angeles Lakers dominated the decade in the 2000s, making 7 NBA Finals, winning 5 NBA championships during that decade. And let's not forget to mention Kobe Bryant. Kobe led them to 5 NBA championships, and Kobe Bryant led them to 7 NBA Finals appearances, 5 NBA championships. At number 3, I gotta have this team at number 3. At number 3, the 1970s Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers made the NBA Finals 4 times, winning only 1 championship. They made it to the NBA Finals 4 times in that decade. And lost 3 out of the 4. And the Los Angeles Lakers. In fact, the Los Angeles Lakers were so dominant that they never ever missed the NBA playoffs in 4 years. 4 years. For all 4 starting years, which included 1974. That makes 5. And they made the NBA playoffs 1970, 1972, 1973, 74, 77, 78, and 79. They made the NBA playoffs 7 out of those 10 times. And let's not forget to mention Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And number 2, the Golden State Warriors of the 2010s. Man, this team is just very dominant. They are dominant. They were just they all around straight up dominated the 2010s and dominated LeBron James in the NBA Finals. In fact, the Warriors were so dominant that they won 73 games and broke over 25 NBA records in their 2015-16 season. They broke the NBA record for three-point field goals made in a season with 1,077, which was later broken the next season by the Houston Rockets. And at number one, there's no debating this one. And at number one, the Chicago Bulls of the 1990s. The 1990s. The 1990s Chicago Bulls were one of the greatest dynasties ever, and maybe in sports history. They were one of the greatest they were the greatest dynasties in sports history. And even with Michael Jordan, the greatest player in basketball history and in sports history. The Chicago Bulls won 6 out of the 8 NBA championships during that decade. And just straight up dominated the entire decade. Though they were one of the greatest offenses in NBA history, had one of the greatest defensive players in NBA history, and had one of the greatest defensive duos in NBA history with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They had one of the greatest player-coach duos in NBA history. Actually, the greatest player-coach duos in NBA history with Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson on the sideline. And then they set countless NBA records in that decade, including the most wins, 72. Most wins over at least 8 seasons. In 8 seasons with 503. That was over 8 seasons. 503 wins in over 8 seasons. That's dull. They had about 6 or 5 60-win seasons in that decade. Actually, they had 7 60-win seasons during that decade. Or maybe 5. They had 5 of the 6 60-win seasons during that decade. 5. They had 5 championships where they won at least over 60 games or more. Except for 1992-93, where they won 57 games. And still won the NBA championship. The least ever by a Bulls championship team. Wow. Oh my goodness. And that's it. The top 10 greatest NBA dynasties ever. Join me in the comment section down below and subscribe to me for more content, more great stuff. Coming soon. I love all of you. I love you. And see you next time.